Today we are going to talk about a very interesting and simple topic: who are Laura Ingram's kids, where they come from, why people talk about them, and what makes Laura Ingram's family different from many other public figures. In this long and detailed discussion, I will explain everything in easy words so that every person, even someone who does not know anything about Laura Ingram, can understand the full story clearly. So let us begin from the very beginning, when Laura Ingram realized that her life was not only about work, politics, or speaking on television, but also about family, responsibility, and raising children with love. Laura Ingram is a famous American TV host. She is known for talking about politics, interviews, and strong opinions. People see her almost every night on national television. But what most people do not know is that behind the camera, behind the lights, behind the big studio, she has a very personal and very emotional life. This life is centered around her 3 children, whom she adopted from different countries. These children came from faraway places, different backgrounds, and different life situations. But Laura decided to give them a safe home, a new life, a fresh start, and a mother who would protect them, support them, and guide them. Her first child is a girl named Maria Caroline. Laura adopted her from Guatemala. When Maria came into her life, she was very young, and Laura had to learn everything from the beginning: how to take care of a baby, how to adjust life around a child, how to balance work and motherhood. She often says that adopting Maria was one of the greatest blessings of her life. Maria was quiet, gentle, and very sweet. She liked reading, music, and spending time with her mother. Laura says that Maria taught her patience and unconditional love. It was not easy for Laura to be a single mother, especially while working in the media industry, but she made it happen because she believed that every child deserves a home. Her second child is a boy named Michael Dmitry. He is from Russia. When Laura traveled to Russia to adopt him, she faced many challenges. International adoption is not simple. There is paperwork, long waits, interviews, background checks, and legal steps. But Laura did not give up because she felt that Michael needed her. When Michael came home, he was full of energy, questions, and curiosity. He loved sports, outdoor games, and learning new things. Laura often says that Michael made her life more exciting because he was always running around, asking questions, and exploring everything. Her third child is Nikolai, also adopted from Russia. Nikolai is younger than Michael and has a calm and thoughtful personality. He likes drawing, building toys, and watching cartoons. Laura says that Nikolai is the peaceful one in the family who tries to keep everyone happy. When she adopted Nikolai, she already had experience raising 2 children, so she handled everything with confidence. Together, the 3 children create a special bond of love, friendship, and trust. Now here is an important point: Laura Ingram never got married. She is a single mother. Many people ask her how she manages everything alone: a full-time TV career and 3 children. Laura always answers with a smile that being a mother is her greatest purpose. She says that her children are her strength, motivation, and happiness. She makes sure they get good education, healthy routines, and emotional support. Over the years, her children have grown, learned different languages, adjusted to a new culture, and become part of a loving home. Laura often talks about adoption and encourages people to consider it. She believes that family is not only made by blood but by love, care, and connection. Her story inspires many people around the world because she shows that even one person can change the lives of children who need help. In this first part of the transcript, you have learned the background, countries of adoption, her emotional journey, the personalities of each child, and how Laura manages her role as a mother. This forms the foundation of the full story. Now let us move to the second part, where we will explore how Laura raises her 3 kids, how their daily routine works, what values she teaches them, and how she balances her busy career. Many people imagine TV hosts as glamorous individuals with a luxurious lifestyle, but Laura's private life is very different. She prefers a quiet home, simple habits, and meaningful time with her children instead of parties or events. Every morning, Laura wakes up early because children need discipline and structure. She prepares their breakfast, checks their school schedules, and sometimes helps them with homework. Even though she works late at night on her TV show, she never ignores her duties as a mother. This is why she believes that motherhood requires sacrifice. For example, sometimes she has to cancel interviews or meetings if one of her children is sick or needs attention. She has said many times that family always comes first. Each child has a different personality, so she gives them attention in different ways. With Maria, she spends time talking about school, reading books, and discussing future goals. Maria is now older and more mature, so they share conversations about life, future decisions, and education. Maria helps her younger brothers too, acting like a responsible elder sister. With Michael, she spends more time outdoors, playing sports, helping him practice, or teaching him about responsibility. Michael loves football and running, so Laura makes sure he gets the right environment to build his skills. She also teaches him discipline and respect. She wants him to grow stronger not only physically but also mentally. With Nikolai, she often sits with him during quiet time, drawing, building toy sets, reading picture books, or watching cartoons. She understands that younger children need calm emotional connection. She encourages him to express his feelings because she believes emotional health is important. One of the biggest lessons she teaches all three children is gratitude. She wants them to understand how fortunate they are to have a home, education, and opportunities. She often reminds them that life does not give everyone the same chances, so they should be kind, helpful, and humble. She also encourages them to learn about their birth countries, Guatemala and Russia, so they can respect their roots. Another important part of their life is privacy. Laura avoids showing her children too much on television or social media. She believes that children should not grow up under unnecessary attention. She wants them to live normal lives without pressure. So although she is a public figure, she protects her kids from the spotlight. In the second part of this transcript, we explored the emotional side of Laura's motherhood, how she handles three different children, her values, discipline, and protection of their privacy. This helps us understand not only the facts but the heart behind her decisions. In this final long section, let us talk about how Laura's kids have shaped her life, what challenges she faced, what lessons she learned, and how her story inspires others. Being a single parent is never easy, and being a single parent with a national television career is even harder. But Laura shows that determination can overcome difficulty. There were times when she had no sleep, times when she had to run from school events to studio meetings, times when she had to handle three children with different needs, and times when she felt tired. But what kept her strong was her belief that love is more powerful than stress. She always says that the happiest moment of her day is coming home to her children after work. Her kids have also taught her many lessons. Maria taught her patience. Michael taught her energy and strength. Nikolai taught her peace and calmness. Together, they created a complete family that supports each other. Laura believes that adoption is not charity, it is a bond, a promise, and a lifelong commitment. Her children are growing, learning, and building their futures. She makes sure they stay connected to cultural traditions of Guatemala and Russia. She wants them to feel proud of their heritage, not confused or disconnected. Another challenge she faced was public criticism. Because she is a well-known political figure, many people disagree with her opinions. But she keeps her personal life separate from political arguments. She never allows negativity to reach her children. She believes that home should be a safe and peaceful place. In the final part of this story, the biggest message is that family is built by love, not by biology. Laura Ingram's kids may not be biologically related to her, but they are her world, her purpose, and her pride. She shows that motherhood is not limited to giving birth, motherhood is raising, guiding, understanding, sacrificing, and loving without condition. Transcript: Hollywood rumors and the careers of black actors. Hollywood is a place full of dreams, ambition, and opportunities, but it is also a place full of gossip, rumors, and power struggles. For decades, black actors and actresses have faced unfair treatment, not just because of the normal challenges of the entertainment industry, but also because of damaging rumors that question their talent, their choices, and their personal lives. These rumors often suggest that black actors advanced their careers through inappropriate relationships, implying that they needed to trade something personal or intimate for professional success. These whispers are rarely based on facts or evidence, yet they spread quickly through tabloids, social media, and word of mouth, shaping the public perception of actors in a way that can have long-lasting consequences. Hollywood gossip has historically targeted black women in particular, questioning their morality and abilities, while often ignoring their real talent, dedication, and hard work. Even when these actors have decades of experience and proven skill, the rumor mill tries to frame their success as something that was handed to them unfairly. Meagan Good is an example of an actress who faced such scrutiny. She began acting at a very young age and steadily built a career through roles in films like Eve's Bayou, You Got Served, and Stomp the Yard. Along the way, she met producer and preacher Devon Franklin, and their marriage led to speculation about whether her career growth was influenced by her husband's connections. However, the truth is that Meagan had already established herself as a talented and hardworking actress. Devon Franklin, while successful in faith-based film projects, did not have unlimited power to determine mainstream Hollywood casting. The idea that Meagan's career was a result of a strategic marriage ignores her own agency, talent, and decades of work. This pattern repeats throughout Hollywood. Rumors try to simplify complex careers into a single, scandalous narrative, disregarding the hours of dedication, auditions, training, and performances that actors go through to reach their goals. Gabrielle Union, another talented black actress, faced similar baseless gossip. She started her career in the 1990s with roles on shows like Saved by the Bell and Sister Sister, eventually landing iconic film roles such as 10 Things I Hate About You and Bring It On. Rumors attempted to link her success to supposed relationships with powerful men in the industry. Yet Gabrielle has consistently been outspoken about her own experiences with harassment, discrimination, and the fight for equal pay in Hollywood. The rumors never held up to scrutiny, because Gabrielle's career achievements are a result of her hard work, perseverance, and exceptional talent. Hollywood has a long history of undermining black women's accomplishments by attributing their success to someone else's influence or to personal relationships rather than their own skill. This is not only unfair but also harmful, as it erases the hard work and dedication of artists who deserve recognition for their craft. The industry's obsession with gossip and scandal creates a hostile environment where talented individuals must constantly defend their integrity while continuing to perform at the highest level. Even actors like Stacey Dash, who became famous in the 1990s for her role in Clueless, were not immune. Rumors suggested that family connections played a part in keeping her career active during slower periods, although such claims often exaggerated normal networking and opportunity in Hollywood. Connections are a natural part of any career, but gossip tends to twist these facts into sensationalized stories that imply inappropriate behavior. When the media focuses on personal relationships or speculative motives, it distracts from the achievements and artistic contributions of actors, leaving them vulnerable to public misunderstanding and criticism. Paula Patton is another example. She had a steadily rising career with films like Hitch, Deja Vu, and Precious. Rumors suggested her marriage to musician Robin Thicke might have influenced her career opportunities. While connections can open doors in any industry, the effort and skill required to succeed once inside those doors is entirely up to the individual. Suggesting otherwise diminishes the value of an actor's talent and hard work. Similarly, Jada Pinkett Smith had already made a name for herself before marrying Will Smith. Rumors implied that her marriage helped her secure roles or influence casting decisions. In reality, Jada had a growing career with performances in films such as Menace to Society and The Nutty Professor, and she eventually created her own successful platform with Red Table Talk. Hollywood and society in general sometimes struggle to see married women as independent individuals. But Jada's career demonstrates that talent and initiative, not marriage, drive professional success. Vivica A. Fox's experience further highlights the tendency of Hollywood to conflate professional decisions with personal attraction. Her role in Kill Bill, Volume 1 was questioned by some as being influenced by supposed personal relationships with director Quentin Tarantino. In reality, Tarantino is known for casting actors in unexpected roles based on their talent, star power, and suitability for the character. Vivica brought a combination of beauty, intensity, and credibility to the role that justified her casting. The rumor, however, sought to oversimplify and sexualize her achievement, diminishing her acting skill in the process. Across Hollywood, these patterns repeat. Speculation and rumor often overshadow merit, with black actors frequently targeted due to both their race and gender. The consequences are significant. Rumors can limit the types of roles offered, affect public perception, and create an environment where actors must navigate constant scrutiny and moral judgment alongside their professional responsibilities. This environment not only harms individual careers but also reinforces stereotypes and systemic inequities in the industry. By analyzing these cases, it becomes clear that talent, perseverance, and dedication drive success far more than gossip or speculative connections. Continuing from earlier examples, other black actors have similarly been subjected to rumors that misrepresent their careers. Paula Patton's work on films like Deja Vu and Precious showcased her acting abilities and professional dedication. While her marriage to Robin Thicke drew attention, it is important to understand that networking and personal connections are normal in any career. The mere presence of connections does not negate talent. Misrepresenting such connections as manipulative or transactional is misleading and unfair. Likewise, Monique experienced significant professional challenges after winning her Academy Award for Precious. Rumors suggested that her success was the result of personal relationships with the director or influential figures rather than her extraordinary performance. However, Monique herself has stated that she achieved her career milestones through skill, determination, and perseverance. After her Oscar win, she faced professional pushback for refusing to perform additional promotional work without fair compensation, highlighting how speaking up for oneself can be misrepresented as being difficult or problematic. Rumors often mask the real systemic issues in Hollywood, such as pay inequity, racial bias, and a lack of opportunities for black actors. Thandile Newton's early experience also illustrates the industry's complex power dynamics. She began her career with films like Flirting and later went on to achieve success in Crash, The Pursuit of Happiness, and Westworld. Early rumors suggested that personal relationships influenced her entry into the industry, even though these narratives overlooked the power imbalance inherent in those situations. The reality is that young actors, particularly women of color, are often subjected to exploitation and unfair scrutiny, and rumors can exacerbate the harm they experience. Gabrielle Union, in addition to facing false rumors about relationships, has consistently advocated for equitable treatment in Hollywood, speaking out against harassment and discrimination. Her activism highlights the fact that gossip often targets those who challenge systemic injustices or refuse to conform to expected behaviors. Actors like Stacey Dash, Vivica A. Fox, and Megan Good similarly illustrate that career advancement in Hollywood is a combination of talent, persistence, and navigating a complex industry, not transactional personal relationships. The persistent pattern of attributing black women's success to personal relationships reflects broader societal biases, including the sexualization of women and the underestimation of black talent. Jada Pinkett Smith's career, along with her creation of Red Table Talk, demonstrates how building one's own platform and seizing opportunities based on skill is a more accurate reflection of career growth than tabloid speculation. The media's tendency to conflate personal life with professional success distorts the truth and can have lasting consequences. It not only undermines the achievements of the actors themselves but also reinforces harmful stereotypes, suggesting that black actors are incapable of succeeding on merit alone. Monique's professional struggles further demonstrate the consequences of speaking up and maintaining personal integrity in a system that often favors compliance over talent. Hollywood's gossip culture often punishes those who challenge expectations, whether through activism, asserting fair compensation, or demanding equitable treatment. Similarly, Thandile Newton's experiences highlight the risks young actors face when navigating power imbalances in the industry. When rumors mischaracterize such experiences as strategic or manipulative, they erase the real challenges these actors endure. Across decades, black actors have faced the dual challenge of proving their talent while combating systemic bias, racial stereotyping, and the misrepresentation of personal choices. Megan Good, Gabrielle Union, Stacey Dash, Paula Patton, Jada Pinkett Smith, Vivica A. Fox, Thandile Newton, and Monique all exemplify resilience in the face of these pressures. Their careers are built on hard work, dedication, and creative talent, not the rumors or assumptions of gossip writers. By understanding the nature of these rumors, viewers can see how the entertainment industry, and society at large, often undermines the accomplishments of black actors. Rather than viewing success as the result of personal relationships, it is critical to recognize the hours of training, auditions, performances, and persistence that contribute to a career in Hollywood. The media's focus on personal relationships, particularly sexualized ones, distracts from the substantive achievements of these actors. This pattern has repeated throughout Hollywood history. Those who are outspoken, talented, or black often become targets for rumors that diminish their achievements. By critically examining these cases, we can understand how damaging and misleading gossip operates, while also celebrating the true talent, dedication, and accomplishments of the actors themselves. Hollywood gossip often prioritizes sensational stories over truth, but a careful examination of the facts highlights that career success is rarely handed to anyone without merit. From Megan Good's consistent work over decades to Monique's award-winning performances, the evidence overwhelmingly points to skill, perseverance, and professionalism as the drivers of success, rather than whispered rumors or speculative narratives. Finally, it is important to reflect on the larger patterns that emerge from these cases and consider what they reveal about Hollywood, society, and media culture. Black actors, especially women, are disproportionately targeted by rumors that question their integrity, morality, and ability to succeed on merit alone. The stories of Gabrielle Union, Megan Good, Stacey Dash, Paula Patton, Jada Pinkett Smith, Vivica A. Fox, Thandile Newton, and Monique demonstrate the pervasive nature of this phenomenon. Rumors often frame their achievements as the result of personal or intimate relationships with men in positions of power, ignoring the talent, hard work, and professionalism that define their careers. The entertainment industry, like many others, operates on networking and relationships, but these are professional, not transactional in the ways tabloids often imply. The repeated misrepresentation of black actors' careers highlights both racial and gender bias, reinforcing harmful stereotypes that undermine their accomplishments. Rumors can affect public perception, reduce opportunities, and create an environment in which actors must not only perform at their best but also defend themselves against false narratives. In examining these cases, it becomes clear that Hollywood gossip serves to maintain systemic inequities, rather than reflecting reality. Actors like Monique and Thandile Newton have faced challenges due to speaking up, asserting boundaries, or refusing to conform to the expectations of a system built on power imbalances. Meanwhile, Gabrielle Union and Jada Pinkett Smith have used their voices to advocate for equity and challenge harassment, demonstrating that talent and activism often intersect in careers that are subject to scrutiny. Vivica A. Fox and Stacey Dash illustrate how family connections or professional networks are exaggerated in rumors to suggest impropriety, when in reality, networking is a natural part of any career path. Megan Good's steady career, built over decades, highlights the importance of dedication, professionalism, and skill in navigating Hollywood, rather than relying on relationships. Across these examples, one pattern is unmistakable: Hollywood gossip often attacks those who are visible, outspoken, or breaking barriers, particularly black women. These rumors are rarely substantiated, yet they shape public perception and can have lasting effects on careers. By focusing on talent, hard work, and achievements, viewers can see the truth behind the whispers. The industry demands resilience and perseverance, and these actors exemplify the ability to thrive despite systemic challenges. The media's focus on personal relationships, often sensationalized and sexualized, distracts from the real accomplishments of these individuals. It is essential to recognize that while Hollywood thrives on gossip, the real drivers of success are talent, dedication, and professional integrity. Whether through critically acclaimed performances, creating platforms like Red Table Talk, or advocating for fair treatment, these actors demonstrate that rumors and speculation do not define their careers. They prove that skill, hard work, and determination matter far more than the false narratives circulated by tabloids or social media. By understanding the history and patterns of gossip in Hollywood, audiences can appreciate the real achievements of black actors and resist believing or spreading unverified claims. In conclusion, Hollywood rumors have long targeted black actors, especially women, misrepresenting their careers and personal choices. From Megan Good to Monique, each of these stars has faced baseless speculation about relationships, morality, and career motives. Yet, their success is built on decades of talent, hard work, professionalism, and resilience. Understanding this truth allows us to challenge stereotypes, celebrate genuine achievement, and recognize the systemic forces at play in the entertainment industry. Rumors may attract attention, but they cannot erase skill. The accomplishments of these actors are real, and their legacies are defined by creativity, dedication, and the ability to overcome obstacles, not by the false stories propagated by Hollywood gossip.